Welcome back to Cybersecurity Unmasked, the show by IT BizTech. I'm your host, and thanks for joining us again as we navigate the digital world. Last time, we looked at Roger's satellite and resilience, remember, episode 22. Today, we're shifting gears a bit. We're diving into a story much closer to home for many of us, core protection. It's really a testament to proactive security.
Yeah, here at IT BizTech, we actually shared a case study recently on our blog. It's about a mid-sized Toronto law firm right here in the city. They faced a pretty devastating ransomware attack, and they won. So this deep dive, it's all about unpacking that incredible save. Happened just 5 minutes. It's a story every business owner, especially professional services firms here in Toronto, really needs to hear.
It absolutely is. And what we're seeing, increasingly at IT BizTech is this trend. Cybercriminals, they're not just after the huge corporations now. Professional service firms and law firms are, prime targets. Just think about the data they hold. Highly sensitive, highly valuable. So this deep dive, it isn't just about showing how vulnerable businesses can be. More importantly, it shows how a comprehensive, proactive strategy, the kind we build for our clients, really makes the difference. The difference between a minor blip and a multi-million-dollar catastrophe.
Okay, let's get into it then. This story, our case study, it starts with what seemed like, pretty normal tech issues. The office manager at this 30-attorney firm in Toronto, complaining about system slowdowns, people getting logged out randomly, network traffic looking weirdly high late at night. Sounds pretty familiar, right? But when our security team here at IT BizTech started digging deeper, what did we find underneath those routine glitches?
Yeah, routine on the surface, maybe. But what we uncovered pretty quickly was, it wasn't glitches at all. It was reconnaissance. Cybercriminals had already found a way in. They were quietly mapping the firm's systems, figuring out the weak spots, prepping for a full-blown ransomware attack. We realized they were literally just one weak password, one compromised credential away from owning the whole network. And it makes sense, unfortunately. Law firms are, like you said, data goldmines. Client files, contracts, financial details, privileged communications. It's all incredibly valuable. Plus, their reputation is everything. And they face huge potential fines under Law Society of Ontario rules if there's a breach. Just to put some numbers on it, the average cost of a data breach for law firms. In 2024, it hit a staggering $5.08 million. And ransomware attacks specifically targeting law firms, they jumped 30% in just the first quarter of this year. They're the fourth most targeted sector. It's a huge growing problem.
Okay, so our IT BizTech team goes in. What specific weaknesses did we find? What made this place, as you put it, almost like a cybersecurity horror show hiding in plain sight?
Right, and that's the question, isn't it? What are your hidden vulnerabilities? For this firm, we found quite a few major risks. Honestly, some kept us up at night. First off, a flat network structure. Basically, once an attacker got in anywhere, they could move freely to almost everything, like a bank with one key for all the vaults. Huge risk.
Okay.
Then, single-point VPN access. And it used outdated encryption. So one stolen password could potentially unlock the whole network for a remote attacker. And critically, no multi-factor authentication, MFA, for anyone connecting remotely. Just a massive red flag these days.
Unbelievable.
And there's more. Their endpoint protection, think antivirus, but it should be much more, hadn't been updated in over a year. Basically useless against modern threats. They also had a serious lack of network activity monitoring. Suspicious stuff could happen for days, weeks even, and no one would know. And finally, excessive privileges. Junior staff could access sensitive senior partner files they had no need to see, plus no access monitoring to even track who was looking at what. These weren't just, minor concerns. They were a massive liability, especially for a law firm that has to meet the Law Society's cybersecurity guidelines.
That is a genuinely terrifying picture, a ticking time bomb, really.
Sure.
So how did IT BizTech propose turning this around, turning it into a digital fortress? This is where zero trust comes in, right?
Exactly. This is where the strategy shifts completely. We introduced a full security overhaul based on the zero trust model.
Can you break down what zero trust really means for our listeners?
Absolutely. The core idea is actually pretty simple. Never trust, always verify. It's a total change from the old way of thinking. The old fortress mentality assumed everything inside the network walls was safe. Zero trust assumes breach from the get-go. It treats every single user, every device, every connection inside or outside as potentially hostile until it's proven trustworthy continuously. And it really hammers home the principle of least privilege access. People only get access to the absolute minimum they need to do their jobs, nothing more.
Okay, that makes sense. Assuming breach, not safety.
Precisely. And for professional services like law firms, it's vital. Client confidentiality, regulations, the value of the data, reputation, they all demand top-tier security. So here's how our IT biz tech team actually implemented this, transforming their network. Think of it as a blueprint. 1, network segmentation. We broke the network into smaller, isolated zones, departments, sensitive client data, all separated. If one area got hit, the damage couldn't spread easily.
Smart. Containing the blast radius.
Exactly. 2, multi-factor authentication, MFA, mandatory. For every login, everywhere, office, remote, doesn't matter. Something you know, something you have, maybe something you are, like biometrics, huge step up. 3, next generation endpoint detection and response, EDR. This is way beyond old antivirus. It uses AI to spot weird patterns, malicious behavior before damage happens.
AI-driven detection. Okay.
4, least privilege access controls. We locked things down. Employees only got access to the specific files and tools essential for their role. No more excessive permissions. 5, 204/7 security monitoring. Our local IT BizTech Security Operations Center team kept eyes on their network around the clock. Real-time threat intelligence, instant response capability.
Crucial having that constant oversight.
Absolutely. And 6, employee phishing awareness training. You can't forget the human element. Regular training, phishing simulation tests. Building that security-aware culture is key.
Right, because technology alone isn't enough.
Never is.
Okay, so all these changes are made. And then, just 3 weeks later, the real test. A nail-biter, as you said. What happened? Someone got an email.
Yeah, a classic social engineering play. Exactly the kind of thing the training is designed to prevent, but humans are human. It happened at 2:44 a.m. Tuesday morning. An associate, working late, probably stressed, trying to meet a deadline, clicks a link. Looked totally legit, like a file share from a known client.
Oh.
Yep. The ransomware payload starts running immediately, tries to encrypt files on that machine, disable security software, call home to its command and control servers, map the network, the whole 9 yards. In their old setup, game over. That machine would have been patient 0. Firm-wide infection within minutes or hours. Catastrophe.
What?
But this wasn't their old setup anymore. Within 3 seconds, literally 3 seconds after the click, 2:44.18 a.m., our EDR system flagged it. It saw the unusual file changes, the AI spotted abnormal process behavior, our network monitoring caught the suspicious outbound calls.
3 seconds.
3 seconds. 7 seconds later, 2:44.22 a.m., the infected computer was automatically isolated from the network. Cut off completely. Malicious processes killed, encryption blocked. Our 204/7 security team got the alert within 20 seconds. From that first click to total containment, less than 5 minutes.
Wow. Less than 5 minutes. That is incredible. Faster than making coffee, like you said before.
Yeah.
So what was the damage? What was the impact for the firm?
The impact was nothing. And that's the success story. 0 client data compromised. 0 system downtime for anyone else. 0 ransom demanded, obviously. 0 regulatory issues. 0 damage to their reputation. The ransomware was stopped dead on that one single machine. It never spread.
That's amazing.
It really is. They went from being, as we said, 1 week password away from total disaster to stopping a live ransomware attack cold in minutes. And beyond just dodging that bullet, they achieved full compliance with the Law Society's recommendations. Their incident response time went from potentially hours or days down to mere minutes. They dramatically lowered their risk profile, not just for ransomware, but insider threats too, and they gained huge confidence knowing they could protect client data.
An incredible victory, truly. But let's broaden this out. Why should you, listening right now, pay attention? Even if you are not running a law firm, what's the takeaway for Toronto businesses, or any business really?
That's the key question, right? Are you prepared? Because this success story, it stands out even more against the backdrop of the ransomware epidemic we're facing. The stats are sobering. 69% of organizations got hit by ransomware in 2024. The average cost of an attack is $1.85 million. And projections. Ransomware could cost targets over $275 billion a year globally by 2031. It's not slowing down. The reality is threats are evolving fast. Downtime, data loss, the costs can cripple business. And here in Toronto, professional services firms are absolutely in the crosshairs because of the value and confidentiality of the data. Ransomware gangs know this. They're actively targeting businesses in our city.
So this case study is proof.
It's proof that prevention works. That a clear strategy, the right tools like those zero trust pieces, MFA, EDR, network segmentation, maybe a SIME for logging and correlation combined with local expertise like IT BizTech provides, that combination is the difference maker. Minor incident versus costly disaster. The ROI is crystal clear. Investing, say, $100,000, even up to $500,000 for a full zero trust setup. It's a fraction of that $5 million average breach cost for a law firm. It's not an expense, it's an investment in survival.
Right. And you mentioned employee training earlier as part of that zero trust package. That human element. Technology alone isn't the whole answer, is it?
Not even close. That's a critical point. Technology is essential, but humans, we're often the weakest link. No offense to anyone, it's just human nature. Cognitive biases play a role. Optimism bias. Oh, it won't happen to us. Or just being under pressure, rushing, social engineering tactics, phishing, pretexting, they exploit exactly these things. So building a security-conscious culture is vital. It needs leadership buy-in, continuous training, running those phishing simulations so people learn to spot threats. It's why our IT biz tech approach always includes that cultural peacemaking security part of everyone's job. And looking ahead, threats are getting smarter. AI-generated phishing, deepfakes, social engineering is becoming more sophisticated. Plus, cloud adoption, remote work, they keep expanding the attack surface.
So zero trust adapts.
It has to. It will keep maturing, integrating more AI for adaptive security, more automation to try and stay ahead.
Okay, so bringing all together, what are our strategic recommendations? For businesses listening right now wanting to protect themselves, what should they do first?
Good question. Where do you start? First, get a clear picture. Conduct a comprehensive security risk assessment. Know your specific weaknesses. Then, immediate actions. Implement multi-factor authentication everywhere. Seriously, if you do nothing else, do this. It's baseline now. Set up and test your incident response procedures. Who do you call? What are the steps? Don't figure it out during a crisis. And start security awareness training for everyone. Make it ongoing.
Okay, immediate steps. What about short term, say next few months?
Short term, within maybe 90 days, deploy advanced endpoint detection and response, EDR, get proper network segmentation and access controls in place, and establish 24/7 monitoring, whether in-house or with a provider like IT BizTech. You need those eyes on glass.
So long term.
Long term, looking out 6-12 months, develop that full, comprehensive zero-trust security architecture, plan how all the pieces fit together, and start exploring how to integrate AI and machine learning into your overall security strategy. It's the future.
This story, this Toronto law firm's win, it really is more than just a feel-good tale. It's a blueprint, isn't it? Showing how any organization can shift from being a potential victim to, well, a digital fortress. The key lessons seem pretty clear from this deep dive. Proactive security works, it pays off. The human factor is huge. Speed is absolutely critical in defense today. A holistic approach beats piecemeal fixes every time. And having that local expertise, like we offer at IT BizTech, makes a real difference.
Absolutely. Think about it. Your clients trust you. Your reputation hinges on maintaining that trust. Your ability to even operate depends on strong cybersecurity. The question really isn't if you'll face an attack, it's when, and will you be ready? We really believe the time to act is now. Every day you wait to implement comprehensive security, that's another day you're exposed to attacks that are just getting smarter, more frequent, and way more expensive.
Exactly. And this success story, it perfectly shows our philosophy at IT BizTech. Cybersecurity isn't just an IT cost or a compliance chore. It's a strategic enabler. It protects what's most important, allowing you to grow and innovate safely. So, the final thought for you to take away today. When the next cyber threat comes knocking, what story will your business tell? Will it be a costly disaster? Or will it be a 5-minute security save? Something to think about regarding your own readiness. Thank you for joining us for this deep dive on Cybersecurity Unmasked. We hope this helps you secure your digital future. Until next time, stay safe out there.